Hi everyone, how you all doing today? Okay, so I think lately there has been a lot of people having an experience of the farm, and so I decided to make this video. Most of the complaint that has been coming from most of you guys is actually basically mange. A lot of farms tends to be experiencing mange on their farm, and you know I I felt okay. Let me make a video to show to talk about it. So, mange is an infection in rabbits, and it's always characterized with symptoms of the foot, the front legs. They will be swollen around the nail region to become very big than the normal size. I'm going to show a video here to let you know how it looks like. So this is basically a video that was sent to me by one of you guys who's also a subscriber on this channel, and his rabbit was having mange, and you can see that the 2 foot that are in the front are bigger. They are bigger than the normal size, and and sometimes when it is even severe, the rabbit will be stamping those foot on the ground, just the 2 feet at the front, not the one at the back. That stamping at the back they do is not because of sickness. That is when they feel threatened or they sense a new or a strange sound around, that it makes them to be frightened or to be afraid. But the stamping of the 2 feet in front, might not even make much sound, but you will see that he's doing it consistently. It's because of a sign of discomfort that is caused by a match. So it become very big, and as a result of that bigness, it's the animal is uncomfortable to not be as active as it should be, because it's feeling pain, inside. And sometimes if it gets severe, you can start seeing some scalp on the nose region to the mouth region of the rabbit when the mange is a severe one. So, but normally I have always talk about this on this channel. It shouldn't get to the severe level before you guys take action, or before you consult or ask someone who can guide you on what to do, you know. And before we even go into what to do when your rabbit have mange, most of the time the causes is number one, if it's been a long time that you deworm your rabbit, because the same ivermectin injection that is used for deworming rabbits is the same ivermectin injection that is also used to cure mange in rabbits. So normally you should deworm your rabbit every 3 months. So if your rabbit have been dewormed, then you shouldn't expect mange. But however, if the environment where your rabbit are kept is not healthy, it's not clean, it's not neat, then the tendency of them experiencing mange is very high. The tendency of mange happening is very, very high. So you want to ensure that the environment is neat, is clean, so as to reduce the tendency of the vector getting to them and infecting them. Also, sometimes people introduce a new rabbit from a farm that is not healthy, or that the farmer is nonchalant about the health state of the animal, and the incoming animal can infect those ones on the farm with mange. So you should be careful where you get your animals from. I've had several cases where people say they get rabbit from a normal market, and as a result of that, the ones that were healthy before at home start having issues, because the one they got from the market start infecting them. So don't get your rabbit from a open market. It's not advisable. It's not the best. So, and also don't let the mange situation get to a severe level before you start administering injection or drugs to help the animal to get over it. So if you want to get rid of mange, sometimes also it comes with the symptoms of blockage inside the rabbit ear. There will be blockage to look like sand, to look like a sand kind of dusty blockage. And if you think it's sand and you use your hand to remove it, that is when you realize that it's not sand. It's actually a growth from the inside the ear. And if you force it, your rabbit will start bleeding. So you realize that it's not something that attach itself to the hair and you can just pluck it off. It's growing from the inside. It's a sign of an infection. So if you inject the rabbit with a ivermectin injection, after like 2 or 3 days, that thing will be out of that ear. And then the one with the swollen hand too, the hand will start getting back to normal. if there are scabs all over the mouth, the nose region, those scabs will start falling off when you administer ivermectin injection. So these are things that you should take into consideration so as to keep your animal very healthy. Also, there is a misconception that somebody communicated to me, and I think I want to make a clarification on that in this video. And that is people that feel maybe their rabbit is too sick, and as a result of that, they want to inject ivermectin injection on a Monday and then I'll repeat it on a Wednesday. No, you should not. You should never do that. You should never do that. Ivermectin injection is a long-acting antibiotics, and as a matter of fact, the entire rabbit body is even small to undo the effect of ivermectin injection. It's as if ivermectin injection is very strong, and that's why no matter the age of your rabbit, the maximum dosage should be 0.3 ml. Don't ever give your rabbit 0.5 ml ivermectin injection. It's too strong. It can weaken the rabbit. In fact, I've seen situations where people's rabbit is sick and is weak, and then they injected the animal with ivermectin injection, and the animal didn't survive it because ivermectin injection is a very strong antibiotics, very very strong, very very strong. So the rabbit's body is not much, it cannot handle so much dosage of ivermectin injection. So if you want to give it, it should be in a minute quantity. And also, don't give ivermectin injection to a rabbit that is weak. The rabbit is weak, is not eating. That rabbit is not the one that needs ivermectin injection. The rabbit needs to be eating before it can be injected. It's just like human being. If you go to the hospital, the doctor will ask you, have you eaten today? And if you say you have not eaten, then they'll get you a drink or something, to take before they inject you. Because if you don't take anything and they inject you like that, it is very dangerous. It can react in your body in a negative way, and it can even complicate the situations the more. So as a result of that, they will always want you to eat before you are injected. Most of times, some of these things that applies to animals equally applies to human beings as well. So you want to ensure that you have eaten before you take your injection. This is non-negotiable. So you want to ensure that your rabbit has eaten before you go ahead and inject it with ivermectin injection. So, and also, please always remember to ensure that the environment of your cage is very neat. You see, if your cage is made of wood, the floor the rabbit is standing on is made of wood and not net, then the chances of your rabbit getting sick over and over again is very high, because when they are in touch with their urine quite frequently, they are always very sick. Because if you put rabbit's urine in a particular spot, go and check it after 2 to 3 days, you start seeing that it has started breeding worms. So that is how it is. That's why it is good for planting vegetables and all those things, because it's a very good organic manure. It can stimulate organic reaction very fast. You understand? Microorganisms will start growing inside, and all these flies will start laying their eggs there. So now that kind of thing can easily infect the animal itself. So, but if the floor is made of net, then all the urine of the poo can just fall off, and that will keep the environment of your cage very neat and very clean. You understand? Yeah. So you want to ensure that the environment is clean, is neat, and your rabbit is well fed. Also, you want to ensure that the rabbit is well fed. And also, let me say this is the rainy season now, and there are so many grasses for rabbit all over the place, which people are trying to take advantage of. But let me give you a warning, which is very important. Most people now are fumigating their environment, applying herbicide all over the place to kill grasses. So if you want to cut grasses for your rabbit, be very sure that you are cutting it from a place that has not been sprayed already with chemicals. Because if grasses are sprayed with chemicals and you cut them for your rabbit, my brother and my sister, your rabbits don't go with that. Your rabbits go pie. Do not survive it. It will never survive it. So to avoid such tendency, endeavor to ensure that you only cut grasses for rabbits from feeds or compound where you are sure that they have not applied chemical. If you feed your rabbit with chemical sprayed plants, my brother, my sister, your rabbit don't go with that. You know, go survive. All right, so that being said, that's what I have for you guys today. If you have any question, please do well to drop your question in the comment section, and then I'll be there to guide you. Thanks for watching. Bye.